at Link are trying to cultivate well-balanced, well-rounded engineers. And in order for us to do that, we need software that is as flexible with that. What we would like is for our engineers to cover all of the elements, the engineering elements for a development that we're working on. And that means that they will be involved and responsible for the highway design. And then they'll have to go and look at the drainage design. And it means that they're in and out of the software. Principally, when it came down to the drainage software, what we wanted is that flexibility, and certainly Causeway products help us do that. The user interface within Causeway Flow is very intuitive for our seasoned engineers, very intuitive for young engineers looking to start their journey on drainage design. It makes their design efforts a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more comfortable, and it certainly helps with them getting through the task of designing drains.
With previous softwares, we had to make use of several different software packages to help deliver the drainage design and help to deliver the outputs and our drainage drawings, whereas with Causeway Flow, that actually helped to integrate all of those items together. So using software like Live Design and Causeway Flow, I was able to use those to create the drainage design, but then use the smart tools, which was dynamically linked to the other softwares, and it was able to deliver the outputs and the drawings in really efficient time.
Just doing a 2D sketch and then visually seeing what it does in terms of the modeling, and how when you run the analysis, instead of just a table with all the values, you actually have a 3D representation of the long sections of what actually is happening within the design.
It's helped to model such features in a lot more accurate and confident manner, and using the software to model climate change allowances and latest rainfall data is very easy to do, and feel very confident using software for that. I'd say before, when we used previous softwares, doing the outputs and the drainage drawings probably took multiple days to pull together, whereas with Causeway Flow, could probably put it together within a day or so, depending on the size of the project, so it's a huge saving on time.
So one standout moment with using Causeway Flow is you have designed your drainage network, you put everything in, you think it's all going to work, and then it doesn't. Like, why is this not working? And the fantastic thing with Causeway Flow is that you can actually play your simulation and see live the system as it's modeled, the water coming up, and seeing where the pinch points are, seeing exactly what's happening, so that you can better understand why it's not working, and then you can go straight to the problematic area and tweak it and fix it and run the simulation again. It's just really helpful to visually be able to see everything.
The overland flow analysis, I think, which is a prime requirement of LLFA to show where the flooding or the overland flow goes when there's an extensive rainfall happening. And in Causeway, there's a feature where we can show what depths it actually floods, and there's more detail that we can give to LLFA to get the approval. It's also a requirement to have such feature in all the developments going forward. And I guess in Causeway, we have a lot of options of getting most of the such features designed.
Another challenge that we face as drainage engineers, specifically from local authorities, is we're asked to consider exceedance flows. So when you have a storm exceeding our drainage design's capacity, how we're able to manage the flooding elsewhere on the site. And Causeway Live Design, I find, is really, really useful when doing overland flow analysis to demonstrate we've been able to manage this flooding within the site effectively.
So what's really useful with Causeway Flow in terms of integration is that you have the Live Design and the Flow software, and they both integrate really well with each other, so you can easily draw up your network in Live Design and then switch to Flow and add in all the extra details that you need to add in and do your simulation there. But if you want, you can switch back to Live Design and tweak things, so you can easily switch between the two, and they integrate really well together to provide a good workflow for your design.
Personally, when I was using other legacy software, the problem was it wasn't intuitive, but then Causeway came and it was just more straightforward. It was fresh comparing to the legacy software they had at the day. Causeway obviously did not have that issue, so we just asked the user close flow down. That was it. And the other reason is they were more cost effective, which suits our business because we didn't have to purchase each single license for each user, which was great. Causeway take feedback on board and they implement them in the next update. And I've seen it through personal experience through not only the Causeway Flows package, but other softwares as well, which is great.